This one is your scissor slide. You're going to take a towel, it's fine if you don't have a towel, and feet against the wall, and you're going to exhale as you press your knee forward, at the same time pushing down into the towel. So we're going to activate your inner thigh at that top leg while you glide your knee forward. Make sure to keep your feet firmly on the wall so that you can feel the contact of your entire foot, both feet, heels especially, into the wall. We're going to keep the ribs pulling back so that as your pelvis rotates, the rib cage is left behind, which is going to create this oppositional rotation between your ribs and pelvis. That's what we see in functional gait mechanics, and that's what we're trying to restore here. Next, you're going to come to hands and knees. Call this one jackrabbit hover. Same feeling of lifting the ribs. So I call this lifting the ribs or pulling the ribs up and back. You're going to exhale and hover your knees up, and we're looking for a broad rounding, a slight curve in your upper back. You're going to hold for maybe 3 to 5 full breaths. The neck is relaxed, the breath is coming deep into those ribs, and your low belly is staying active and lifted. Okay, so just 3 or 5 breaths to hold. If that's too much, you could just lift with an exhale and lower on an inhale. A little bit of a pull forward. Make sure you're using your arms, your upper body, and your core. So not just pushing with the feet, and really watch your low back with this one. We're looking for a curve and a rounding in your low back, especially as you lift your hips, right? So that tip of the ribs, back of the rib spot is going to lift without too much rounding in your upper back. So not a hunched back shape with the upper back. So it's an exhale to lift up. Really activating the low core, using your upper body and your arms, making sure you're not overworking your neck or your throat or your tongue to help you breathe. So just a nice relaxed breathing pattern and just looking straight down. Finally, we have a single leg bridge. You're going to take your opposite leg up to a tabletop position. Your opposite hand's going to come across. So you've got opposite arm and leg pressing inner thigh, and then your other hand's going to reach up towards the ceiling. Okay, so the foot that stays on the floor, we're going to do this little tuck, this little curl. You're going to tuck the tail, curl up through the spine, keeping the back of your rib cage on the floor. So you'll notice a theme with all 3 of these exercises where the ribs and the pelvis are moving in opposition, and we're really looking to create a slight rounding in the lower back without, if we lift too high with this one, it's going to create a little bit more of an arch in the low back, which is going to turn on those low back muscles as opposed to really getting into your hips and glutes. This one, you could probably do maybe 5 to 8, even 10 or 12 on each leg, and then of course switch into your other side.